Hey there, guys! Welcome to the video. Here we're playing. Not really playing. This is actually a thing I plan on doing more often. Story time. And I'm only 15. Don't have that many great stories, but I do have one that I just feel like it's interesting. Background footage is Brawlhalla, by the way. If you were curious about that. But yeah. So this story happened about when I was around like 4 or 5. So I don't remember all too much. I mean. It's still there. The memory is it's still there. But it's not incredibly descriptive. So I'm gonna do my best to fill in the blanks. It's a long time ago. But yeah. So when I was younger, I was a very energetic child. I couldn't stay still. Like to run around a lot. Um, I was basically the ADHD child that I was because I do have ADHD, and that's if you think that's fake, that's your opinion. You can calm down. But yeah, I like to run around. I didn't never listen, not once. And I was a curious child, and I loved water, absolutely loved it. So me and my mom, my Uncle Jeremy, we're gonna go fishing on a place under a bridge. Um, I don't necessarily know if I was supposed to be down there, but we were. There were a few times we got checked up on. And the guy said as long as we had our fishing permits or fishing license, so I don't have to have because I'm only 15, that we could be down there. On Yeah, so we went down there. We're gonna go fishing, have a great time, and I was, it was a great time. We caught a couple fish, and then comes the time, I had to have a harness on because of me running away, and it was dangerous down there. So we went over on this little ledge. If I could paint a picture, if I could paint a picture for you, there's a little outcropping where it's just a bunch of rocks under a bridge. If you go a little bit further, there's a little line, or not a little line, a little cliff type thing, a little ledge. A cement ledge that you can just crawl up on and fish from up there because the water is really deep over there. There's a nice amount of sunfish, a nice amount of variety over there, and that's where I like to go. Now it's overgrown since nobody goes down there and cuts it ever, but now it's overgrown. And we went up there. I went up there at least, and I was fishing with my little Winnie the Pooh pole, and I was looking over the edge, and I saw some fish in the water. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. I freaking love fish. So I looked over the edge, peered over the edge, and just gazed there for a while. Unbeknownst to me, there was a fish on my line, and fish happened to just be big enough that it could pull my little 4-year-old self over the edge into the water. Now, I was 4, I didn't know how to swim. I had a little lever, I had a little leash on me, just to keep that from happening. And basically what happened was I was in the water for at least a good 10-20 seconds, and I was scared out of my mind. But the cool thing was, right there in that moment, I saw a nice big fish take a large, massive dump in the water, and that was the takeaway from that. Uh, well, that was fun. I didn't know what to do. I was sitting there like my life flashing before my eyes. With the 4 years that I've lived, not that many days, not that many years, 4 years, and I was like, what am I gonna do? Is this it? Is this gonna be the last of Dakota? But luckily, I had my uncle there. He reached into the water and grabbed me out, and that's a short story. That's not all the story, because after that, an entire slew of nightmares came from the following days and weeks. It was just horrible. Each one got more and more diluted and messed up and just corrupted as it went on. It just kind of got worse and worse and worse, and it never really bothered me too much. I still got to sleep. I just woke up crying sometimes because 4-year-old me, I was scared of the dark too. I'm a wimp. But it just got more and more and more just aggressive and just corrupted. It was terrifying because there were times when I was in a dream and I felt like I could control it, but I didn't have that amount of control. It was like lucid dreaming, but I didn't have the control I wanted because I didn't know how to swim, so I just couldn't swim. It's like, I'm gonna let myself fly out of the water. No, you can't do. The water was like a glass surface on the top of the water, and I couldn't get rescued. And there were like, just a bunch of fish circling me, like piranhas, snakes, not fish. Snakes aren't fish, but like sharks in the river. And it was terrifying because I couldn't do anything. I was just sitting there being a scared little child, and it was really, really, really frightening. And I woke up sweating, crying. Sometimes I couldn't go back to sleep. And they got better as time, or else I learned to deal with them. I don't really have dreams anymore like that. I don't really dream of nightmares anymore. It's just kind of like, you know, it just kind of, I have dreams sometimes, you know, zombie apocalypse type things. But like, and like nobody believed that I fell in the water. Like some people were like, oh wow, yeah, he's making it up. And I wish it was seriously a terrifying event. If my Uncle Jeremy wouldn't have been there, I would have been dead. No videos. Probably like anybody cares, but still, it was a really traumatic experience for a little 4-year-old me, and I still remember it. Sometimes vividly, sometimes, you know, very dimly, dully. I don't know. It's vivid sometimes. And there are vivid moments where I can just picture it happening, and I get scared, frightened, you know, because like terrified. I mean, the water is like my favorite. I love anything in the water. Anything. I love fish. I love fishing. I love swimming. I love swimming underwater. I love diving. It's all so much fun. I love the water. I love life in the water. I love marine aquatic life. It's like one of my passions, that and playing instruments. But like that really put a halt to my loving of water. Because I stayed away from the water. I was scared of the pool. You know, I hesitated when going near water. Like the only thing I was fine was like even in the bathtub, I was just, you know, I got scared. Like if a mom left or like if I was in there alone for like 2 years, I say, I was just terrified. Like I didn't want it. I didn't like it. I didn't want to be anywhere near the water. And then slowly over time, I gradually got gradually got braver, and we went to a place called Potato Creek, and uh, that place there's a place over in Potato Creek called the Dam, and you're not supposed to fish off there, but we did. Huge snake. It's looking down over the dam. It's not really a dam, so we're to say it's kind of a small little concrete slab over two angled concrete slabs going down into a little stream or a creek, Potato Creek. Um, Huge snake, humongous snake as we were fishing there, and I was terrified because my legs were dangling off the edge, and I freaked out. I was like, no, I don't want this. So I just kind of sat there like in a ball, cradling myself. Like I don't know what to do. What do I do? What do I do? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Even though I had two adults there, that made it clear that the snake was not poisonous. It was just a really big water snake. But again, like my childhood mind, that could cause nightmares. Like what if the snake had been the basilisk from Harry Potter, and I died? It's just like I don't know. It's you know when you're younger, a lot of things seem a lot bigger and scary. Now I'm a 6'1" freaking beast, skinny, but 6'1" in the least. And things don't scare me as much because I'm bigger than most things. And if they're bigger than me, then I'm not that terrified because I know they're usually not gonna hurt me because like things are usually more scared of you than you are of them because you're a big unknown presence that's threatening them. But I didn't know that. I was just like, there's a snake there, and my fishing line's down. What if it grabs my bait and pulls me in? So I reeled in as fast as I could and just kind of sat there in a ball. Got really scared, and I didn't go fish there for another 2 years, and I got scared as, you know, flinching. It's terrifying, it really is. And it's amazing how, as you get older, things just, you know, seem less and less intense to you. It's like, yeah, it was pretty stupid. I mean, I shouldn't have been scared of that. It's not really that frightening, but, you know, it happens. And I'm rambling on. But that, yeah. So as time passed, you know, I got braver. Got my love for water back. I still absolutely love water. I want to be a marine biologist. But the clutch here is I'm terrified of the open ocean. Terrified. Because there's so many things in the ocean that we don't know about. We're still discovering new creatures, new animals in the deep ocean, deep sea, that, you know, triple, quadruple the size of a human. Like giant colossal squid, they flash a picture of that right there. Terrifying. I would have cried. Absolutely terrifying. And we still have no idea as to what's out there. The majority of the stuff out there is just, it's unknown, and it's really interesting that. But I want to find that life, but I'm too scared to do it because just not. I don't have. I'd probably like pee myself multiple times. I'm not a brave person. I'm curious. I would like to be an adventurer, but I'm just not a brave person in the slightest. But yeah, see things like that. There are more stories I have, and it'll be, you know, segue into them. But like it's just things like that amaze me because they're just so interesting to me. Like, what did you imagine? What did you know of in the past? What were you like in the past? And how does that affect you now? Like, I don't think I'd be as interested in the water if not for those events in the past where I was like, or in the past where I was completely, like, just terrified, completely just stuck in place of fear because of things in the water. Now I wanna know about those things. Want to know what they're dangerous. Want to know what they do. Want to know how they function. What makes them move. What muscles make them like. How do they move around? How does that work? It curiouses me. It interests me. Sorry, I'm stupid. So much, and I just love every part of wanting to know about more stuff. I just wanted to know more about those things, creatures in the water. I remember there were times when I would just stare in the water and just look about. Just kind of sit there looking at little minnows or try to catch them or little tadpoles. Love tadpoles. I've always wanted a tadpole. I tried to get tadpoles and they died in the mail shipping them here. I love turtles. Turtles are my favorite animal by far. Turtles and tortoises. Oh god, they're adorable. I love reptiles, reptilian creatures, reptilian aquatic creatures, aquatic reptiles. Woo! I love them. They're so interesting and cute and adorable. And you may not think that, but I do. Like I love raising turtles. I've only raised like one and it died sadly because I was a stupid 9-year-old, didn't know how to take care of my pets right. But that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Things happen. I wish it didn't die. His name was Squirtle because I love Pokemon and I still do. But like things like that, just the things that influence us to be who we are now. It's really amazing. I know I'm only 15. This is turning into a kind of a motivational speech, which is awkward. But the things that motivate us now are just amazing how things in the past have changed us to be shaped us into who we are now. Like parents telling us what to do. My love for music, my ability to sing decently, just changed to who I am and who I am right now. And it's really amazing and it's interesting as all get out to me. But yeah, that's my story. Kind of droned on for a little bit. But thanks for watching. If you want more of this, face cam, whatnot, just leave a like, comment in the description down below. Comment down below. Tell me what should I do next? What story should I tell? And leave your interesting stories in the comments below. I doubt I'll get that many from this because a lot of people do this stuff. But leave your interesting stories in the comments down below, and I'll share them. I find a lot of people because it's amazing how many people's lives are different from yours and what interesting things they have. Sometimes it's downright insane. But yeah, leave your almost dead, leave your near-death experiences in the comments down below, and I'll look at those. So thanks. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Oh yeah.